What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a while. I have been having a tough time coming up with new decks, but I thought this was a really cool concept I came up with. I don't think it's anywhere close to as good as it could be, but I think this deck has a lot of potential, and that is Adventure Punk, but with the frogs added due to the Spright cards. And yeah, I'll show the list, and then I'll show the main combo of the deck. And yeah, let's get into it. For hand traps, I play 3 Crow, 1 Veiler, 1 Ash, and 1 Bell. The reason for the ones is because this is necessary for Celine access code, like one of the main game ending combos of the deck. And then Ash and Bell are in here because Bell, although not as good as Crow, is still good against tier limits, and there are times where you can search a hand trap instead of an extender with Sangan, so that's why I play one of each of these. And then I play the 3 Gamma and the Driver because Gamma is just good in this deck because you do a lot of plays before summoning a monster a lot of the time. Then I play the 3 Imperm because Imperm, in my opinion, is the best hand trap this format, and if this deck didn't play the Chaos Ruler, I probably would not play hand traps, but then again, they're also good because these 3 are tuners. But yeah, hand traps just feel pretty bad this format. That's why if you see down here, I also play 3 Dark Ruler. Yeah, but moving on. Yeah, just the basic adventure package, the 3 Enchantress, Griffin, 3 Bright, Faithful, Dracoback, and then the Foolish. I kind of like Illegal Knight, but especially with Dark Ruler because it's just free removal. But this deck is already 50 cards, and I don't want to make it any bigger. And yeah, then the one called by because called by is gross. Then I played the punks. I play one of each because the main combo in this deck doesn't really rely on the punk so much as it relies on Sangan. And yeah, I'll show you the combo after deck, and then I played 3 Teleport, then the Sand package with the Arborea. I was trying Plague Spreader, but I didn't like having to get rid of a card in my hand with Plague Spreader a lot of the time, so I just ended up sticking with the Sand package, and then I play 3 Swap into 1 Rodent. You could cut down the other Swap Frog, but I like just to have the third one as an option for follow-up. And then I play the Destrudo and the Jet Synchron just as tuner extenders. And then I play the Basil Rose Shoot with the Rose Dragons, and these are what enable the main combo. These cards are so good. Yeah. And then I play 3 Dark Ruler and then 3 Prosperity just to make the deck more consistent, and then the 1 Scythe to Scythe like your opponent. I don't play Snow because in this combo, Shooting Riser is almost always sending the Scythe. You could potentially like side deck Snow for if you're playing against a deck like Flunderies, I guess, or I don't know. That's like the only deck I can really think of right now besides like a Lich that doesn't really rely on the extra deck. And in that case, the Necro World Banshee would be better anyways. And for the extra deck, I play Hulk, Dagda. I still play the Dagda, even though it's not used in the new combo, because there are times when you're going to still just have to use the old combo depending on your hand. So that's why I still have the Dagda in here. Then the Almirage, the Dark, and the Water Charmer. Water Charmer is just really good, and you play enough waters where it is relevant with the Enchantress, the Arborea, Swap Frog, the Ronin Totem. And yep. And then the Selene Axis code, really good at just going for game. Then the Synchros, the Wonder Magician, the Riser Dragon, the Chaos Ruler, Hot Red, and Baron. I don't play Herald because Herald doesn't really come up unless you're playing like the Souls package, and I am not, because I never have really liked that, even when I was playing this deck before the Spright cards were added, because this is the deck I played last format. And then I play for the Spright cards just one elf, one gigantic, and then the one toad. I mean, you can play 2 elf, but you don't really play enough level 2s where it comes up enough for it to be needed as follow up. And yeah, that is the deck, and I will show the combo now. So this is the main 2-card combo. It's the right and the Sangan, just like the old combo was, but it ends on way better of a board in my opinion. And yeah, I'll do the combo now. Activate right, summon token, place the faithful, normal summon the Sangan, link the Sangan off for Almirage, chain link 1 Sangan, chain link 2 faithful, add the equip spell. If I could find it. This is the one problem I have with playing bigger decks on here, is finding the cards. It can be pretty annoying. Use faithful, add the Griffin, and then just to save time, I'll just activate, send, re-equip, summon the Griffin. A lot of the time also, since Mystic Mine is so popular right now, I would not discard the Draco back, but I'm just showing what the combo is with 2 cards. So yeah, if you have literally any irrelevant card in your hand, I would discard that instead of Draco back, because Draco back is very good. Then summon Arborea, link these into Hulk. Effect of your Hulk, summon your Red Rose Dragon. Then Synchro into Baron. Effect of Red Rose Dragon. A little bit of lag. Please, dueling book, don't die. There we go. Summon Roxrose. Oh, it's very laggy. Here we go. This should fix it. Summon Roxrose. Effect. Add the Basil Rose Shoot. Synchro. And this is where the combo is different. Into Riser Dragon. There were times where you would do this last format with this deck anyways to play around Dark Ruler. But this is the main part of the combo now, is you send the Scythe off of Riser and then overlay your Hulk and your Riser, because Riser's level will become 2 because it is reduced by 5 into Gigantic. Then effective Gigantic, detach, summon Swap Frog, back Swap Frog, send Ronin Totem, link these into your Elf, effective Elf, summon Swap Frog, effective Swap Frog, send, you guessed it, Swap Frog. Effect of your Ronin Totem by vanishing, summon, and overlay into Toad. And yeah, you get this with just 2 cards. You're gonna pass your turn, opponent standby phase, effect the Baron, and since it's pointed to by Elf, they cannot target your Baron. Turn the Baron, and then summon the Scythe to the zone that the Elf points to, and use its effect. And yeah, they can't impermanent either. And this is all during the standby phase, so it does not lose to Dark Ruler, does not lose to Super Poly. And yep, I think this deck could be very crazy in the right hands. And I guess I can also show what the combo would be like with the E-Telly instead of the Sangan. So I can show that real quickly now too. So now here is the combo with E-Telly instead of Sangan. We have E-Telly right, and then any discard. I just picked a Dark Ruler. This combo can be really nice if you have a card like Jet Synchron or like a Destrudo to send off of your Foxy Tune, but that would not, that's not likely to happen because they're both 1-ofs. But yeah, anyways, start with activate E-Telly, summon Xiamen, effective Xiamen, add the Foxy Tune, activate right, summon, place Fateful, And activate the effect of Faithful. Add your Griffin. Send the Dark Ruler. Summon the Griffin. Effect of Faithful to add the equip. And then also, a lot of the time, you won't have to discard like the Draco back. You have more cards in your hand. And yeah, then Foxy Tune effect. Send itself in the equip. Summon the Near Note. Re-equip. Synchro Summon. And then Chain Link 1. Chain Link 2. Summon back the Yaman. Mill 5. Unfortunately, with this mill, we're going to actually have to add the red rose to our hand to save it from going to the graveyard. But it's not like it mattered anyways, because the only other light or dark we milled was Driver. And Driver doesn't really do anything in the hand. We'll link these into the Hulk, and then luckily in this case actually it just saves us time, because we can just summon this from the hand this time. Turn these into Baron, effect of Red Rose, summon Rox Rose, add Rose Shoot, turn these into Riser, effect of Riser, send Scythe, overlay into Gigantic, effect of Gigantic, summon Swap Frog, effect of Swap Frog, send Rodent Totem. Let's do the same thing now. Summon back. Send the other Swamp Frog. Summon. And you got the same board. And then also, one thing that's really nice about this is when you like use Toad to negate, and then you get its effect in the graveyard, you can just put back your Hulk. So if you have a tuner in your hand, it re-enables Hulk to go for the Axis Code play on the follow-up. So yeah, going for game would not be that hard. And yeah, I think this deck is insane. I don't really know what else to say about it. I think this deck could become one of the biggest meta contenders if it is solved completely. And yeah, this is just my current list. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Peace.